System restored. Rogue hive detected. Agent down. Rogue hive detected. Hostile hive detected. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected. An agent needs assistance. Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected. Stinger hive detected. Hostile stinger hive detected. Stinger hive detected. Hostile stinger hive detected. Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected. Assault turret detected. Agent down. Rogue assault turret detected. Hostile assault turret detected. An agent needs assistance.
The island with us. She'd live longer.
That's what the division did to us!
I think
Not enough!
Immediate medical assistance needed. Human remains detected. Identified as division agents.
There's no way the outcasts could have taken out an entire squad in a fair fight. It's not possible.
That bitch!
for now, but please hurry.
What's up guys, Wolf here. Hopefully you did enjoy the gameplay. You would have noticed that I showcased a PvP build and a PvE setup. This video is going to be quite special. LMGs received a huge buff in the current patch in PvP and in PvE. I'm going to showcase a very powerful LMG Umbra Initiative build for PvP and PvE. I have slightly tweaked it to suit PvE from the PvP build that I originally made. This setup is going to work perfectly in any situation. So what I'm going to do is showcase the PvP one first, like the gameplay, and then the PvE one second. So hopefully you do enjoy this video. Before I carry on, I would also like to mention what I spoke about in the last video, is that Jesse, Wolf, and I are getting married. And we have to go, or we are going to go and travel back to Africa to see all our family, because most of our family are still there. And it's going to be very expensive. So if you guys want to help us get there, I've set up a link in the description for a collection pot. If you guys would like to donate some money to help us get there, that would be greatly appreciated. So let's get on with the video. So this is going to be the PvP variation first. So if you guys did not know, we received huge buffs to LMG damage. And LMGs are very powerful as of now. It reminds me of back in the day, we used to use LMGs a lot in the Division 2. And this gun, the Iron Lung, is unbelievably strong. The 3 LMG types I would recommend currently in the game is going to be the Iron Lung, the RPK or New Reliable, and the L86. The L86, if you didn't want to use the Iron Lung in this build, I would recommend using the L86. It's got better burst DPS. For more sustained DPS in PvE, I would utilize the RPK, Black Market RPK, or the New Reliable for PvE. So those are the LMG choices. You can go for whatever else you want. I mean, Fast Hands is great, or the Good Times LMG. That's a really, really powerful one. It really just depends on you. Test it for yourself, whatever suits your playstyle. So this PvP build absolutely melts. It's simple to make, easy to make, and very, very effective and a lot of fun to use. I tried some Memento versions or Ninja Bike versions with some of the new brand sets, and it didn't work as well. Like the Lengmo 3-piece, I tried that. This was by far the highest burst damage. It's just incredible, and it works well proccing the Iron Lung talent. So we go into cover, we can heal. We go out of cover, we have high RPM, high crit, and we just melt players with damage to armor, LMG damage, and a lot of critical hit damage. And we also have Wicked. Every time we proc fire on players, we get Wicked proc for 20 seconds, which is very, very powerful. The perfect version only increases the duration of the actual talent, which I didn't find too handy or too useful. So the Iron Lung, you need to fire, and let me quickly explain how this works. So all you need to do is shoot agents. You will see a meter filling. The meter is equivalent to 50% of the weapon standard magazine. So when we have a look, when the meter is full, rounds shot by the weapon ignite enemies. When not shooting, the meter depletes over time. Reloading or swapping the weapon fully depletes the meter. So when you fill this meter up, you put enemies on fire. I'm sure you saw it from the gameplay, or I'm sure you know that by now. And then the players can't really shoot back at you. If they have hazard, it doesn't really matter. They still get melted. This gun hits like an absolute truck with this setup. Or in general, it is a very powerful weapon. So with the Iron Lung, we're putting players on fire. We are beaming them out with Umbra. We are healing ourselves when we go back into cover. It's just a very efficient setup. I've chosen 1.7 million armor. It's up to you how far you want to go. You can get way more damage from this build. But because we don't have like any survivability on the chest piece, because we need to run the chest for the gear set, that's why I've gone for higher armor values. If you didn't want to go for the chest, which I wouldn't recommend, you could go for perfect efficient or unbreakable. It's up to you. So quite simple, guys. The 4-piece gear set. Now this is why this is so powerful. We get reload speed and crit chance with the LMG, which helps it a lot to reach the crit chance we need and to just reload quicker. It's a great combination. And also, well, when we're in cover, we're going to gain stacks. When we come out of cover, we make use of all of the damage and RPM. So while in cover, we gain 10 stacks per second up to 50. Each stack will give 1% critical damage increase and 0.3% RPM. So that is why I've chosen to utilize the chest piece. So increases max stacks from the shadows from 50 to 100 and stack gain from 10 to 20. So we get the stacks a lot faster. When out of cover, we get some armor regen. We go back into cover. We actually make use of it and consume it. It works great in the dark zone or even in conflict. I had a blast using this gear set in Conflict. I'm sure you guys know how this works by now. Then, simple, I've gone for Petrov Defense, the named Contractor's Gloves, damage to armor, critical hit damage with LMG damage, one piece. Perfect. And then Cheska to get my crit chance up. And I've made use of Wicked. You can go for some other talents here. It is really up to you. You can go for Adrenaline Rush, depends how you want to play. I wouldn't recommend playing too close to players. You can because you put them on fire, but if they've got Hazard and Ouroboros, they might melt you out. Just be careful of that. I tried with Vigilance. It was very good, but it's only good if you're not getting shot. Because we don't have a lot of bonus armor, we won't be able to make use of Vigilance. That's why I think Wicked is perfect. You get a proc, you just have all that damage from then on, which I think is a great way to play with this setup. So I absolutely recommend it. So quick summarization, how you play: go in cover, get armor if you need it, come out of cover, have high crit damage, high RPM, put players on fire, and just melt them to pieces. It's a lot of fun to utilize. So everything's going to have crit chance and crit damage. It is up to you. Don't go less than 54% crit chance. So roll crit chance on every piece, and if you need to put an extra crit damage roll, then all my modifications are going to be critical hit damage. It's that simple. Then you can use Revive a Hive in PvP now. It's very powerful. If we're in cover and we come out of cover, we get killed. We get up in like 2 or 3 seconds and we are back fighting again because we can proc an instant kit. So I absolutely recommend this. Also, make sure you use Firewall Specialization and then a decoy, whatever mods you think are better or the better mods you have. Secondary, it's up to Optimus from us and the Orbit Pistol. That's it for the PvP build, guys. Have a look. We get way higher than this crit damage, but you can see I have maxed out the crit chance. Just don't go less than 54%. Take a look at the stats. Let's move on to the PvE variation of the build. Here is my PvE variant. It is completely up to you what pieces you use with this setup. I have gone for the chest piece of Umbra, very similar setup with the Contractor's Gloves, because I wanted to spec into damage to armor because it's very handy in PvE. It's not the most important thing, but it works well with how or what missions I want to be playing in. So it depends. If you're going to go to New York, health damage could even be better, but it depends on you. What I would recommend if you don't want to use Contractor's Gloves for that extra damage, go for one piece Palisade. You get armor on kill and you still have your attributes. This is going to be probably what I would trade it off for. And I have got Memento because we get skill efficiency, we get armor regen. We can get over 40 something. I think it's like over 40k regen with this build, which is ridiculous. And we get more weapon damage, which is amazing. So we can hit hard, we can heal, and we just melt through content in PvE. You can also, if you don't want to use this, you can go for the same backpack we used in the previous build, or Vigilance, as long as the NPCs are not shooting you. You can also use the talent that gives you damage the more kills you get. It's really up to you. There's so many ways to make use of this build, but I absolutely recommend you try it. I will be making more setups, so don't worry. There are many different versions of this build or different ways to run it, but this to me works incredibly well because we don't have a shield. So that's why I have gone for Gunner Specialization to get our armor back, because it is tricky. We got regen, getting our armor back, and the blue bonus armor you see in the gameplay, that's all the trophies I'm picking up. It helps us survive, which is amazing. That is why I absolutely recommend using this backpack. We can get huge amounts of regen from this, high damage. It doesn't look like it from the statistics, but it is really good. And the armor on kill, we get just under 150k because of the specialization. It works well. But more importantly is the weapon. This gun received a huge buff. This is called the New Reliable. It is incredible. 30% weapon handling. There are many different LMGs, but I recommend going for this. The L86 has better burst damage, but this is just better. The sustained DPS is amazing. 30% handling, which is accuracy, stability, reload speed, and swap speed. This gun has an almost instant reload. It's incredible, especially with the gunner buff when we can get faster reload. It's great. I've rolled damage to armor. You can put whatever you want there. It depends on you. It's an absolute machine. Even in PvP, you can give this a try. It works incredibly well. So this is going to be similar to the last build. This is just how I've tweaked it. So let me know what you guys think. Have you tried these builds? Are you going to try it? Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon in the next one. Peace out.